What's up, fam? Coach Ty here, the People's Health and Wellness Coach. And what I do is I help working professionals and entrepreneurs 30 years and above find their specific balance or rhythm, rather, really, that's struggling with juggling work or business, shedding those extra pounds gained over the years, and having time and energy for your loved ones, your friends, let alone yourself, by providing you with healthy habits, tips, tricks, and hacks so you can get back into those jeans you've had tucked away for some months or even years now. Finally, love and enjoy looking at yourself in the mirror again. Take that vacay you've been planning for months and even years now, and truly and honestly be present with time and energy for yourself, your loved ones, your friends, and just those things you love doing the most but been putting off for years with your new and improved, better balanced body. As you all know, you can follow me on socials on IG at Ty's Healthy Start. That's all one word. That's Ty's, T is in Tango, Y, S is in Sam, Healthy Start. On Facebook, it's Ty's Healthy Start with the number 2 at the end. And on YouTube, it's Coach Ty's Corner. So we're going to get back into Miss Nedra Glover Tawab's The Set Boundaries Workbook. We're going to start on chapter 3. And you guys go ahead and get your pens and your pencils and your notepads, your journals, so we can do some of these actionable steps to get closer to setting healthier boundaries that we need. So chapter 3 is titled Learning to Set Boundaries. Many of us are born aware of our needs. You knew when you were hungry or wet, or when you wanted to be comforted. Early on, you had no issues saying no, especially those terrible twos, right? Oh, I remember those with my son. And asking for what you needed. Somewhere along the way, though, we learned to quiet our desires for the comfort of others. Isn't that sad? We learned how to quiet our desires for the comfort of others. This silencing creates adults who find it challenging to advocate for themselves. Someone may have told you it's not nice to do that or ignored your needs. In my book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace, I wanted to help people get back to the root of who they are as boundaried individuals. You've been talked out of being assertive because it didn't please others. Reclaiming your voice is the key to setting boundaries. Journal prompt. What were some of the boundaries in your home? Here's an example she gives. We were allowed to eat in the dining room only on holidays. What boundaries do you think would have been helpful? Did you feel safe setting boundaries in your family? Be clear and make it plain. Sometimes when people talk extensively about problems, boundaries become confusing. Nowhere in their lengthy description do they state a need or make a request. Therefore, when placing boundaries, it's important to get right down to what you want, need, and expect. Using more words doesn't make your boundary more valid. Now, that's true. And providing lengthy explanations can give others ammunition to challenge your boundaries. 3-step process. 1, keep it short. This is especially important if you're new to voicing your expectations. When you're a newbie, people can talk you out of your boundaries because of your lack of confidence. So keep your statements down to 1 or 2 sentences. Number 2, be clear. Do your best to be as straightforward as possible. Mind your tone. Don't yell or whisper. People will miss the boundary if you use complicated words or jargon. Take a deep, deep breath and focus on being precise. Number 3, Directly state your need or request or say no. Don't just mention what you don't like. Ask for what you need or want. Identify your expectations or decline the offer. Use a starter. Short version beginners. I want, need, expect, blank. Long version, more experienced. I want blank because blank. I need blank because blank. I expect blank because blank. Note, when using the long version, consider how you respond if they challenge your boundary. Dealing with the discomfort that happens as a result of setting boundaries is the hardest part. Discomfort is the number one reason we bypass setting them. But it's common afterwards to feel guilty, afraid, sad, remorseful, or even awkward. Examples. A friend asks you to help them move, but you don't want to. You say, I'm not able to help you move. You're tired of your friend. You're tired of hearing your friend complain about their partner. You say, I want to be here for you, but I'm not able to help you. Have you considered a couples therapist? Try a few on your own. A coworker is gossiping to you about another coworker and you don't want to be involved. What do you say? Fill that out. You need help with planning your birthday party and want your sister to help. What do you say? Gonna write that out. Pause. When you're feeling emotionally unable to move through the book, step outside for some fresh air. And that's a good one. I do that from time to time, actually, just to kind of get, I guess, it all out and just to breathe in the air and just try to calm my system down. It's actually a good tip, good trick to do. She goes on, there's two parts to setting a boundary: verbal communication and action. It has always been assumed that boundaries are what we say to people, but boundaries are also what we do. Examples of verbal boundaries. I'm not able to commit to another project at this time. I like that one. I don't feel comfortable sharing something that isn't my business to share. I like that one too. Examples of actions. Not committing to more when you don't have the time to commit. Not sharing anything when you feel uncomfortable doing so. Here's a checklist. Have you ever experienced any of the following when you set a boundary with someone? Pushback. They ignore that you mentioned a boundary and continue to do what they want. Testing the limits. They try to sneak, manipulate, or get one past you. They attempt to do what they want, but in a way you might not notice. Here's another one: rationalizing and questioning. They challenge the reason for your boundary and its validity. Defensiveness. They challenge what you said or your character, or they make excuses about how their behavior is okay. Here's a journal prompt. Write about how you felt when you experienced any reaction from the checklist on the previous page. Gather yourself. What came up for you while going through this chapter? This one was a little shorter than the last two, huh? But now I'm asking you, Coach Ty, what came up for you while going through this chapter? What was brought to your attention that maybe you buried or maybe never thought to think about? Even this part where it says two parts, there's two parts to setting a boundary: verbal communication and action. Do you find yourself struggling with verbal communication, with those people that you have issues with setting boundaries with because of, fear of rejection or fear of abandonment, or possibly feel like, you know, they're of course going to challenge you or make you feel bad or guilty about, how you feel or setting your boundaries. Again, know that this is a no judgment zone, and I want you to be your authentic self and just be honest. How do you feel about this chapter? What went through your mind? What went through your body, your emotions? Did you notice your heart rate? Did it increase? Did you notice your breathing patterns? And anytime you do get excited or frustrated or flustered or fearful, or sensations that are just raising your heart levels, or you're making your breathing uh, faster, just remember to breathe. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Let's do it one more time. Actually, two more times. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Just calm down. Take a pause. It's okay to get emotional during this time, during setting boundaries, because for some of us, it's new. Some of us, we may have thought about it, but just didn't exactly know how to take those action steps, or didn't know exactly when to set them, or where you should set them, or even why. But this is why I'm going over Miss Nedra Glover's book, Nedra Glover Tawwab's book, because as I state a lot of times, health and wellness is a lifestyle, not just a diet. It's it's more than just what you eat. It's how you move, it's how you breathe, it's your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your environment, the health of your environment, where you are on a regular basis, whether it's your 9 to 5 or your business, or, in certain arenas. How do you specifically set boundaries, and how are they showing up in your life? Take some time and go through these chapters, these boundaries, these steps, these videos, and really write down how you feel, and where do you feel like you need to go to next, and what do you feel like you should say next, and how to communicate. Again, if you have any questions, drop them things in the comments. I'll go over them and I'll read some of them even while on my channel, and shout some of you guys out. And remember that honestly, you are not alone in this thing. I work on setting boundaries myself, to be honest, in my personal life, in my work life, with sometimes even with myself. Because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I overfill my plate. Sometimes I'm guilty of that, and doing multiple things. But I've also noticed how it makes my body feel when I do that. How lethargic I feel, how tired I feel, and sometimes, yeah, I do get upset because I put so many things on my plate, but I did it to myself. So even me with myself has to learn to say no, or slow down. It's okay. And I'm getting much better at it, but I'm transparent. I'm authentic. I like to tell the truth. Like, I struggle with this myself, even just setting boundaries with myself. So we are all working at this thing together. So feel no judgment. Just go ahead and do it. Do the work, because I promise you, it will help you get to a better, healthier version of yourself. And like I said before, don't compare yourself with what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is going, or setting their boundaries or not setting their boundaries. This is for you to get to a better, healthier version of yourself. Again, I'm Coach Ty, and this is Coach Ty's Corner. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and put those comments down in that section, and let me know what I can help you with, or let me know how you feel through this setting boundaries journey that we're taking. And remember, health and wellness is a lifestyle, not just a diet. You guys take care. Much peace and blessings to you all. Have a good one. All right. Bye.